Good morning, and welcome back to our Behind Her Brand Monday Morning Brew. Y'all, today we're going to talk about something a little different. I love this cup, female owned. I have it on my desk. I was having my coffee, my quiet time today, and I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about today. And we are going to talk about how to break through the noise. Okay. Many of you guys know that for a number of years, and I stopped right when COVID hit, and I'm going to be doing it again in 2024. But for several years, I hosted a conference called Diverge, and it was a marketing and branding conference for 2 days. It was just me teaching for, oh my gosh, 6-7 hours each day on marketing and branding. It was a lot of fun. But one of the constant questions I always got and still get to this day is, how do you break through the noise when it comes to building your business, how to stand out and all of that? And so here's the thing. There's so much information out there. And what I'm going to share with you briefly today, hopefully will help in some way. Hopefully something I say will encourage you. And feel free to ask questions. I want you to ask questions on this because when we host these, it's meant to be educational and hopefully encouraging as well. Because right now things are very crowded. We know this, right? But first and foremost, I'm going to share with you, don't think of it as that, okay? Although we know it is, when you approach your marketing, approach it from the standpoint of you have something important, you have something necessary, you have something that is meant for your audience to know, share, and hopefully be a part of. So first and foremost, what I'm going to share with you, and this may sound a little different in terms of marketing advice, is think about what you want to be really known as when someone says your name. If I say, for example, for me, if I say Candy Messer, I'm immediately going to think bookkeeping because I know it's something that she's done for so long. But I'm also going to think about the fact that she loves to educate entrepreneurs. I know that she is very proficient in the area of bookkeeping and payroll processing. But she's also very genuine and loves to give information and help people. Like, that is someone that I know will be there for you, and she's highly organized. So everything I just said, I can almost guarantee you, if you ask her clients and people that have been connected to her, people that have worked with her, they're going to say a lot of those same things. If I say the name Pam Lene, sorry, what you're going to know is that she is like a ball of sunshine. She's very vibrant. She's very supportive. She's a color street consultant. She always wears the cutest nails, and she has great combination. She shows up as herself, and she's a mind laughing at herself, and all these really positive things about her. Okay, I'm gonna give you one more example. If I say to you, I'm gonna use Jessica Fields. I know that she absolutely loves talent development. She loves building people. She loves to be very intentional about listening to people and hearing what they have to say and addressing the heart of what they're looking to do as employees and growing in their respective careers, or even mid-level management, how to help them grow. So when I gave you those 3 different profiles of people, right, that's marketing. If someone says your name and they can't say what you do, if they can't even summarize who you are, if they say, well, she's a great person, that doesn't tell anybody anything, right? So if I say your name, I should be able to associate who I know you to be. I should be able to associate what you do. And more importantly, I should have some type of example or something that I can say, you know what, this person's very passionate about her respective business, and be able to name that business. I should be able to say what kind of personality you are, or what kind of attributes I see that you're portraying to the world. So that's the first and foremost of marketing. And I know that may not be like a traditional thing, but it's just the truth, because your name should be able to roll off of people's in your field of influence, if you will. People that you're around every single day, they should know who you are and they should know what you do. I can go through a list of people's names and I can tell you what they do and I can tell you who they are because their marketing is so tight. So what I would challenge you to do is think about that. Do people really know what I do, and can they summarize it and summarize who I am? That's key. If you question it and you don't know if they do, ask. One of the things that we did one time, and at a conference, I had everyone in that moment go online and say, hey, what do you think I do for a living? And for some people, it's spot on. They were like, oh, good. And so then for them, the next thing was to up-level their marketing. Then we had quite a bit of people that they were getting all kind of responses, which means their audience didn't know. Okay. The clearer your audience is, the more they're able to help you and to be able to support you and be able to refer. Okay. So that's one thing. The second thing is, and this is also very important, think through what you're sharing and posting. Here's the thing. When it comes to different markets, we see so much information out there to post, do this, do memes, do videos, do all these different things. You got to define what you want to do that feels good for you. I have some people that never post video ever, and we're in the video age, right? But see, they still got overflowing business because they post very engaging posts. They post family-oriented ones, content-driven ones. They may have a podcast, but they don't do video. But they have incredible businesses because they stayed in a framework that worked best for them. And you have to know what works best for you. And when you find what works best for you, that's when you really start sharing information. It's a great way to look at it as people got to get to know you first and foremost, right? And you can determine the conversation you want to have with that. I always tell people branding is an ongoing conversation. You're ongoingly telling people who and what you are. And share some information about your business. But here's the thing. One of the best ways to share information, hold on, make sure I'm not messing up here. Okay, I thought my battery was going to go out. One of the best ways to share information is not always to say, hey, buy from me, hey, do this, hey, do that. The best way is to show people how your product or services can help their lives or help those that you're trying to reach. If you just say, I have this product or I have this service, sign up, be a part, most times you don't get a really great response. But when you show people constantly, it's a great way to make sure that people stay actively engaged. Okay. And here's the last thing. This sounds crazy, but you know, if you look at different reality shows, they always have new, fresh openings, right? Every season they come out, they have a new intro, new music, new this, new that. And so it leaves you anticipating about what's next. If your marketing is not causing people to anticipate or be excited or wonder or have any type of emotional connection to you, then you know that you need to take a step back and look at what is my marketing really and truly doing for me. I can't get into it all in this one video, but one of the things I used to go in my conference, I said there's several different trigger points. Is your marketing intriguing? Is it causing curiosity? Is it challenging? And here's the thing, your business may not do all those things, but you have to start thinking, is your marketing doing at least intrigue? Is it creating a desire for people to want to learn and say, let me reach out to her and see what's going on? Is it educational? Is it informative? Like whatever word fits for your respective business or services, ask yourself, is my marketing doing anything to make people say, I got to learn more. I got to be a part. I got to reach out. I got to do something. If it's not doing that, then you have to look at your marketing plan and your marketing approach. And whenever I have a client work with me in the space and they're saying, Kim, I'm doing all this stuff and it's just not generating any results, one of the first things I tell them is that you're having a conversation with your audience, but are you really listening to what they need in this moment, in this season? Are you really listening to how they like information to be shared with them? Do you have a real good understanding of how they like to receive? If you're doing everything through Facebook, maybe they're on Instagram. If you're always sharing about your events, but you're not asking them about what they want to learn and what they want to be engaged in, then you're missing an opportunity to encourage your marketing forward. It's so vital to make sure that your marketing is causing some type of response, not just, hey, congratulations. Oh, that sounds awesome. You want people to reach out. So to kind of recap, what do you want people to know you as? That's very, very, very important. Really make sure that you're operating in the mediums that your audience is a part of. And third, is your marketing causing a response? Is it doing something? If the third one is where you're stuck at, saying, I'm doing all these things, I'm still not getting the response that you need, here's one thing that I would love to offer to share with you to do. Consider forming an informal focus group. And that may sound crazy, but I do that with everything. Many of you who are listening here were part of my informal Behind Her Brand group. And I asked people about like the magazine. I asked them, because we had like a surge and then we had a couple months where it seemed like it was kind of going slow. And I was like, okay, what do I need to do? If you've been with me from the beginning, you know that we had 12 women, and then we went down to about 10, and then now we're down to 6, right? And what we were hearing from people was, we love seeing all the different women featured. However, we would love to see more articles balanced out with the women. So now we do half articles and half profiles, and we saw ourselves skyrocket. So we knew that we needed to check in to see, what are we missing? What are we not doing? We even had people that said, we love learning about the women, but I want to also learn about how to build my career. I want to learn how to scale. I want to learn more about business. I want to learn all these different topics. So then now we reach out to different writers, and we ask them to write on certain topics. I'm constantly asking my audience what they need and what they want. And the more that you do that, the more that you're going to find that when you show up in your marketing, you're showing up in the ways that they're now going to respond to. If you're not asking and you're not engaging, you're going to find that your sales, maybe even your reach, kind of flatlines a little bit. If you're someone that has more of a product driven, and you're like, well, Kim, there's not a lot of variations to the things that I'm offering. Well, ask your audience still, people who buy from you faithfully, ask them, what are some different things that you would love for me to show when it comes to this product? Or maybe ask them to be part of your marketing, right? There's so many different things that you can do. So I'm going to challenge you to first ask yourself, the first 2 that I mentioned to you, but for the third, if you're not getting the results that you are looking for, I encourage you to reach out to the people that have bought from you, used to buy from you, or even form an informal group and ask, and just do a Zoom call one night and just say, hey, I want to ask you guys a bunch of questions. I would love to get your honest feedback. That, I can't stress it enough. That is so helpful. I've done that, like I mentioned, with Behind Her Brand magazine. I even done that with my U-Impact group, because I stopped that for about a year when I was focusing on Behind Her Brand and Swift Harvest. And so I started asking women again, because I got back into coaching, marketing, branding. I said, you know what, I want to do a marketing branding conference, just that, not the Behind Her Brand one, it's too different, but I want to do a U-Impact conference again next year on topics. What do y'all think? And I got such great feedback. Ask your audience. Ask them, because it will cut down on so much unnecessary things that you may post and share that people may not be interested in. And you want to create the most focused, the most targeted, and the most educational and hopefully very helpful content, because that's what's going to draw people in. It does it every single time. So I hope this was helpful. Post, share below, and this is probably one of the longer videos I've done. But this is an area too that I want to start doing this on Monday mornings too. Give you some insights, give you some, hopefully some suggestions on things that you can do as you're building your brand. But at the same token, also offering the other stuff that we've been doing on these Monday morning brews, things that are hopefully that are encouraging to you as well. So if you have any questions, post below. We'd love to hear it, and hopefully be able to help you in some way. All right, you guys have a great day.